Hello my friends, this is Big Daddy Cass back again with another recital. It's a read-along, so make yourself comfortable and read along with me. I call this My Four-Legged Friend. This is a story about a furry four-legged friend of mine. He seems to be the leader of all the stray cats in my neighborhood. For years he's avoided the dog and cat catchers that patrol our streets looking for strays. I call this boy King, primarily because he rounds up and watches over all the homeless cats that have chosen to run free. King is a black and white Tom who always looks like he just stepped out of the meat grinder. I first met King several years ago when I found him half dead alongside the road. His front legs were broken, his body was tattered and torn, and his left eye was torn right out of its socket. Most any animal in the shape that he was in would have wanted to die. King was different and had a strong will to survive. I honestly feel that if I hadn't nursed him back to health, he would have done it on his own. King won my affection right from the start. This little four-legged creature crawled right into my heart. There was a bond between us, even though he always run free. Whenever he needed help, he always come back to me. I'm the only human that he'll come to for love, and I find it an honor that he accepts me. Yes, King is the leader of a whole kingdom of strays. He teaches them to survive in a good many ways. He shows them the best places to dine in this neck of the woods, and I know he believes the best place is mine, Cass's Short Order House. Every day he brings new ones, and every day he loses a few. But I know they're all thankful for the things he's willing to do. King is a one-of-a-kind, and being a free hobo was his destiny. That's the way it was, it is, and will always be. If animals could write books, the King would go down as a giant in their history. King has his idiocies, but that's part of what makes him stand alone. He won't eat from the same dish that the other cats eat from, and when the other cats eat, he sits not far away watching and protecting them. He won't let another human being come near or touch him, except for me. As tough as he is, King craves love and attention, and as far as I know, I'm the only one he lets give it to him. He loves his ears scratched and his belly tickled, and when I do this, he purrs like a baby kitten. King has good reason not to trust us two-legged creatures. Because of his rough, tough, and dirty appearance, the kids throw sticks and stones at him, and sometimes squirt him with the hose. It's no wonder he's always leery and afraid to make friends with them. Some of my lovely neighbors would set traps for cats or put out food that was poisoned or had ground glass in it. I sometimes find it hard to care for some of these two-legged creatures. It's hard enough just to tolerate them. Since the first time that I patched King up, he knows where to come when he needs fixing. Besides having one eye, he's lost half of one ear, his right front leg is only a stub, and he's still the most beautiful cat that I know. Regardless of the shape that he is in, if he could speak, he'd tell you he was doing just fine for the shape he was in. He carries his wounds like medals of honor, and always holds his head high. What a guy. It isn't unusual for King to disappear for a day or two, or even a week or two. Even though I worry, sometimes I know he'll come back, and he always does. This time he's been gone for several weeks, but I haven't given up hope. Someday soon I'll find him or hear him scratching at my back door. Then I'll scratch his ears and his belly and listen to the music of his kitten-like purr. That's all I have to say about my four-legged stray, except I know he'll be back home someday. Thank you for reading along with me, and have a nice weekend.